where we last left off was you guys had just come back from the boar hunt, uh, which was, for lack of a better term, a total cluster bomb.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Yeah, you did all survive. No small thanks to your gifted heavy mounts, which Aldern has. Well, he doesn't really have much of a choice in the matter. They're yours now, and
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
the boar meat, along with its other useful parts, courtesy of Rob's character, have been brought back to town. Amiko and her assistants in the Rusty Dragon are preparing a feast for the townsfolk. Sort of a drop-in thing because people are very appreciative, but they also want to spend time with their family, and they can't have the entire town just in the Rusty Dragon. So there's people dropping in and going off, and some cuts of meat take longer to cook than others, so that's not a problem. You guys are approached by another clerk who invites you back to the town hall to meet with the mayor and someone else who has recently arrived in town who seems to know something about the goblin situation. And the mayor wants to make sure you're briefed on the information and wants to check in about the agreement you guys had.
Okay, so while we're at the Rusty Dragon Inn and they're preparing all the meats and stuff, I want to go find that bastard's room in the Rusty Dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna gesture for Erik Phrog to come with me, just so I have a spotter.
Okay. So, you guys, do you like sneak your way there, or you're just trying to act nonchalant, or what?
Yeah, we're gonna be nonchalant until we like get up to his door, and then I'm gonna inspect the lock.
Okay. You get to his room and you inspect the lock, and the door is unlocked.
I'm gonna do a perception check anyways.
That's a good idea.
Alright, let's see, where is it? Perception. Huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you don't seem to find anything untoward at all.
Alrighty. So then I'm just gonna push open the door then.
Okay.
Be cautious, Erik Phrog.
The room seems to have been rummaged by someone far less careful and exacting than you are. It is possible that either Aldern or an agent of his, or perhaps a disgruntled manservant, has gone through the room looking for anything they could take.
Alrighty.
What little you do find are a couple of papers that are written in code.
Written in code. Do any of us have linguistics?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. But in either case, that's definitely going to take time that you don't have right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find anything else of value in there, obviously, since that's what the person before you.
Trying to think. So his door was unlocked. Might have to ask Amiko later if he might have had someone else might have had a key. So we'll have to do that for another time then. It's kind of suspicious that we're in here. Is there anything you want to do, Phrog?
Can't think of anything that I would want in here.
Alright then. We'll be on our way once we snack these papers. Alrighty. So then onward to the mayor's thing.
I think he might have died.
So Rob, do you have linguistics as a
I
train
do,
skill?
actually.
Ooh. And I'll hand these
I
papers
have
off
a-
to you for later.
Yeah.
I thought I put one in it, but I think we decided against it for something else. But I know
I
it's
have
one of
skill, I have decent skill in it because I'm intelligent and it's a wizardry thing to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Put that in the party loot sheet. Oh, my dice still on the screen.
oh.
Oop.
We lost our DM, huh?
No.
Oh, jeez. We are not having any luck tonight.
Damn
bless
you, God. I'm sorry.
Hello?
I'm sorry, Big G. Oh,
Hello?
Nope.
hello.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zach.
He's back.
What the heck's going on? I mean, I had to move my computer, so something's probably not working right. Sorry about that.
That's
Yeah.
No
alright.
problem.
So the you go with oh yeah, so I will work with Rob with the linguistics skill check later because I'll need to look up how long it will take based on the complexity and the amount of information.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, so but you know, we don't know if it's pressing information or not, but that's just how it goes.
Okay.
Dirty limericks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Lots of dirty limericks and other not so useful things.
Lyrics to a Cardi B song. Ugh.
Ugh.
Anyway.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is this?
That's gonna do
Demonic
damage trying to-
incantation.
Yeah, might as well be demonic, yep. It's gonna give me. I'm gonna have to roll save against something for that.
Yeah. Right. So, everyone is at the town hall. The clerk, unless anyone has anything else pressing they need to do, leads you into a relatively large meeting room. Inside the meeting room is the acting mayor, who looks quite troubled, and a rather rugged-looking elf maiden.
Rugged elf maiden.
Yes.
Okay.
I completely forgot to prepare her picture. Just a moment. It is not a difficult one to find, since many nerds have
I've done fan art.
yeah.
I'm imagining a very
There's
tall.
fan, and then there's
I'm imagining a very tall elf woman with abs you could grate cheese on. At least I hope.
With what?
With abs you could grate cheese on.
Okay.
I mean, that's one way to put it.
Very prominent abs is what I'm saying.
Can you please just show me the damn picture?
Nope. This is
Thank
not
you.
safe for work.
Now let me steal the damn
That's
picture.
gonna be the campaign we do specifically for whenever I open up a Patreon. You can see the not safe for work campaign.
There we go. Okay, and I will post it in the VC chat.
Oh boy.
There we go. She is introduced as, her nameplate says, Shalilu and Desana.
Oh yeah.
Galilu.
Yeah. A little bit of a weird name to.
I already gave him one.
What?
Don't let them con you into giving you another. I literally just gave him one.
Okay.
Dogs are begging for a treat from another person. It's like, I just gave them one. No, don't give them another treat. They don't deserve another treat.
It's like when the
That's-
parent gets told no by
So you
one
can try
parent
and
and
see
they
if
go to
he'll
the next
take
one.
anything, yeah. If Odin wants some, give some to him too.
Yeah, so Shalilu is introduced to you by the by acting mayor Titus Scarnetti. He says she is town's unofficial border patrol.
Is she stronger than the last person we had to fight with the goblins that died and unceremoniously won? Hopefully.
The mayor.
Significantly, yes. Shalilu makes it her job. She's a ranger, and she lives in the primarily in the Sandpoint hinterlands and beyond. But she makes regular stops, usually once a season, in Sandpoint to resupply and to trade information. And she has made a rather untimely stop here because she has pressing information. And I
Roll and produce. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to do that. Do not take. So that is totally out of character.
okay.
That is not.
So
No.
Titus Garnetti, he's already. Bililu has already told me what she has to say, and I have other things that need to be attended to. Not least of which is investigating what the hell happened with Nishka Mvashti. She is still in a coma and doesn't appear to show any signs of waking yet. I'd like to have a conversation about that at some point when it's convenient for you. And then he walks out of the room unless anyone has anything to say.
You know what? I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder, and I'm just gonna whisper to him like, about the Mvashti thing. I'm gonna do something about that to get some information out of that. So if you wanna stop by the Rusty Dragon Inn later, you're more than welcome to join us.
I may just. And then he nods appreciatively and leaves. Shalilu, you can't quite tell if she is shy or if there's something wrong with her. She doesn't look up and meet any of your eyes. She has some maps laid out on the table she's seated at, and there's enough seats, more than enough seats at the table for each of you. She spreads out the maps that seems to have been hand drawn, and just waits silently.
Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Shalilu. What are these maps? Exactly. I guess I'll also just inspect the maps.
Mharia will sit down and wait, looking directly at Shalilu and something resembling confusion.
How tall is the table?
You can stand on
Oopsies.
a chair.
Okay.
You can
I just pick
stand
him
on a
up.
chair like my daughter does.
I just
sit
pick
on
him
the
up
corner
like-
of the table.
I pick him up and hold him like a child.
Thank you.
There you go, Erik.
No dessert till you finish your dinner.
Oh,
Shalilu says, "Thank you for joining me. I hope you can do something about what I've discovered. How much do you all know about the goblins of the Sandpoint hinterlands?" She doesn't look up from the maps when she speaks.
Well, for me, admittedly, not much. I only arrived 2 days before the festival. So it's pretty much all I know is that there was some people wanted a border wall set up, and then the goblins managed to breach the current defenses and attack during the festival.
Yes, the current defenses in Sandpoint are somewhat pathetic, given how many people live here, and how vulnerable many of the people who do live here are. Anyway, would you like to know about the local tribes?
Please.
Okay. Then she basically robotically drones on without pause for several minutes. Let me just... so if you do want to interrupt, you will have to actually interrupt me, okay? Because she's just going to keep going. There are 5 major goblin tribes in the region, and traditionally they're pretty good at keeping each other in line with intertribal squabbles and the like. Yet from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid on Sandpoint. A fair number of the Mosswood goblins I dealt with yesterday were already pretty beat up, and there was a lot of chatter about the Longshanks. That's what they call us regular-sized people. No offense, Toad thing. Who killed so many of them. Now that I've met you, it seems obvious from their descriptions that they were talking about you. You've made an impression on them. That's probably not a good thing. In any event, the fact that 5 tribes are working together disturbs me. Goblin tribes don't get along unless they've got something big planned and something big and mean organizing them. I'm afraid that someone's moved in and has done just that. I don't know who, but I imagine my personal nemesis is among them. My personal nemesis is a bugbear. His name is Brethasmus. He is evil incarnate. I haven't been able to kill him yet. I've tried many times.
What is a bugbear?
A bugbear is like a goblin, but many times bigger and stronger. They are taller than humans, they are wider than humans, and they have much more muscle.
I think kind of like a Sasquatch. In a way.
I don't know what that is.
Big, hairy monster. Anyways, continue.
The closest tribe to Sandpoint are the Bird Cruncher Goblins. They live in the caves along the western edge of the Devil's Platter. She points to a map. Although traditionally these goblins are the least aggressive of the 5. To the south are the Licktoad Goblins of the Brine Stump Marsh. She points to another map. They are pests, but they're excellent swimmers. East are the 7-Tooth Goblin of Shankswood. They've secured a place for themselves, something of a place of honor and respect, because many of their tribe members raid Sandpoint's junkyard, and they build armor and weapons from what they find. They seem to take particular delight in murdering humans with what they throw away. Farther east are the Mosswood Goblins, points to another map. They're the largest tribe, but they're often held back by feuding families. Finally, there are the Thistletop Goblins. They live on the Nettlewood, atop a small island. It looks like a giant decapitated head. They are in some ways the most stable. They have a very tactically defensive place, and I hate them.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I don't know how much you know about goblins, but they generally live short and violent lives. It's unusual for any single goblin to achieve anything, good or bad. But when one does, it's, how do you say, well earned? Currently, there are 6 goblins I know of that enjoy the status of hero. The first is Big Gugmut. He's an unusually muscular and tall goblin from Mosswood. Points to the map again. who it is said had a hobgoblin for a mother and a wild boar for a father. I don't doubt it.
Okay.
Okay.
Corvus was a champion of the Seven-Tooth tribe. He was known for a particularly short temper, even for a goblin, and for his prized possession, a magic long sword that was human-sized, not goblin-sized. He stubbornly kept it as his own. However, he has vanished, and some of the goblins have something resembling concern over that fact. He apparently has a secret hideout somewhere along the Sandpoint cliffs, north and east of town. Many goblins are convinced that he's still out there, possibly as a ghost, or just waiting to murder anyone that happens to discover his hideout. Vorka is a notorious goblin cannibal who lives in the Brine Stump Marsh. The only reason I give Vorka the status of hero is because she generally kills other goblins.
Fair enough. I like
Where
that.
does she live again?
Vorka lives in
Yes.
Brine Stump Marsh. She's a cannibal. I like her. I hate goblins.
We hadn't noticed.
Randwaddle Gutwad is an obese chieftain of the Brine Stump Goblins. He is a corpulent monster. Disgusting. I've never seen him. It's said that he never leaves his throne. Ugh. Rip Nugget is the leader of the Thistletop Goblins. Rip Nugget is strong. Rip Nugget
Smell like wool, smell like ox.
is surprisingly smart. Rip Nugget is an accomplished mounted combatant. Rip Nugget rides a giant gecko and has been known to lead raids on the road, the Lost Coast Road. The same one I believed you followed on your visit to Tickwood. I saw you there, by the way. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks, I think.
Berthasmus. My nemesis. I also consider him one of the goblin heroes, even if he isn't really a goblin.
What is he?
I hate him. Berthasmus is a hobgoblin. He is my nemesis. I will kill him one day. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Let me see.
Not that I can think of. What about you boys? Sounds like we got a lot of goblins to kill.
Do you have copies of these maps?
It's, yeah, I'll get you a copy of the Sandpoint Interlands map.
Yeah, thank you. And on there, could you just also print the region where these goblins are? For example, I know that you mentioned Corvus, was it? Has a hideout.
Corvus.
Corvus has a hideout along Sandpoint Cliff. Just want to know the locations
the
of them.
cliffs north and east of town.
I just want to know the locations of all these people, so we have that information on hand.
What people are goblins?
Oh, I don't seem to have a copy of it handy, which is strange for me. Oh wait, am I looking in the wrong place? I'm probably looking in the wrong place. Nope, okay. I don't have a copy of it handy, so I will make one, and then I will also annotate it and then upload it later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
A lot to remember, so we'll definitely need the help.
That way,
She's
if
got
we're
wherever
quite a
in,
hit list.
wherever in the area, we'll know who's where. Knowing is half the battle.
Shalilu stands up suddenly, nudging the table with her hip as she does so. She seems graceful and powerful, but awkward. Her cheeks blush slightly in embarrassment. I'm going to Magnamar. The town needs help.
What kind of
I'm
help?
going to get help. Then I'm going to find out where the big bad, whatever it is
Hobgoblin.
hiding. When I come back with help, or after I've come back with help and have located where this thing is that's organizing the goblins, we can come up with a plan to stop it.
Oh,
And
one
she-
thing is...
She turns and
why-
walks out the door. She
Wait.
doesn't listen to you.
Shalilu! I'm gonna follow
She keeps
her.
going.
I'm
Okay.
following her. Hey,
Okay.
Shalilu.
What? She doesn't slow down.
Alright, I'm keeping pace then. You mentioned you're going to Magnamar. There's someone I'm looking for
Hello?
that... Oh, am I dying?
She walked too fast. You can't hear her anymore.
Hello?
I think his microphone cut out.
Oh yeah.
Hello? No!
He's back.
Am I
Here
live?
you are.
Area.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay, I'm keeping pace.
Okay.
If you're going to Magnamar, there's someone I'm looking for that someone mentioned they might be in that place. Magnamar. I know my words.
Okay, who?
Her name is Aisha Andri. She's my sister. If you just ask around there, see if anyone knows anything, and then when you come back and let me know, it'd be greatly appreciated.
She tilts her head slightly, but she still doesn't look at you as she continues going. Okay, I'll find her if she's there.
Thank you. And thank you for your help. And all you do for the town.
She nods and keeps moving.
Alrighty.
Bless a cat.
So, you guys can choose where to go from there. Let me just do a quick look at the linguistics skill and see if I can't make a decent estimation on how long it will take to decipher.
So, is there anywhere anyone wants to go?
Not particularly that I can think of.
Things I have on my to-do list are find a nature expert about the boars and sell off the boar meat we have. I don't know if we did that already. But, other than that, I just kind of want to head back to the Rusty Dragon for the night.
Okay, so from the linguistics skill, you can decipher writing in an unfamiliar language or a message written in an incomplete or archaic form. The base DC is 20 for the simplest messages, 25 for standard texts, 30 or higher for intricate, exotic, or very old writing. If the check
Okay.
succeeds, you understand the general content of a piece of writing, about 1 page long. You have 3 pages total. If the check fails, then you make, I would I would make a wisdom check for you, and if that check fails, I give you a false conclusion.
Oh boy.
Right. Both the linguistics check and the wisdom check are supposed to be made secretly by the GM. Now, because there is a potential penalty for failure, but you are not rushed or threatened, it is probably possible to take 20 on this check. Now, if taking 20 means it takes a hell of a lot longer.
Because basically you're trying over and over again until you get it.
Yeah, the action varies. Deciphering a page of ordinary text takes 1 minute. This is not ordinary text. This is This is text in a language you might understand, but is using some kind of intricate code. So it's going to be at least a DC 30, and it will likely take, I'm going to say, at least 10 times as long. So it'd take probably 10 minutes per page.
Okay. 30 minutes is not that bad, though, really.
Oh, that's just if you roll regularly. If you do your absolute best and take your time with it, it takes 20 times as long. So it would be 200 minutes per page, 600 minutes total, 10 hours.
I was gonna say his night's pretty much backed up.
Yeah, you guys do know I need to sleep eventually, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Not if
I mean,
you
you don't have
keep
to do
watch
it.
spell. Come on,
You don't
I
have
told
to-
you about this.
You have to do it all in one night.
But yeah.
It's possible I can help in this.
Do you have linguistics trained?
I know I don't have any skill
Yes.
points in it, but I do have.
Linguistics is a trained-only skill, so you can't even aid him unless you have at least one rank in it.
Okay. I can't remember. Okay. Did we put in all my ranks? Looks like I did.
I think so.
Because I only got 3. Did I get 3 last level? And put 1 into health?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
can't remember.
So, let's take a quick look at Rob's character sheet.
I have rank 10.
Ranks.
Was that your
rank
skill or
should
is it
just
your
be
rank?
2. Yeah, your total bonus is 10, which means if you take 20, you can pass. Probably.
How many pages were there?
3.
3.
Okay. Put that in there. He's back in the pond.
Thanks, Phrog.
Oh, you kind of
So-
like got the eye patch to stick.
Yeah, a little bit. Mharia looks a little concerned and tells the rest of you that she'll meet up with you guys in a little bit at the Rusty Dragon. She wants to go and talk to the mayor about what happened with Madame Mvashti. You can't quite tell if she feels responsible or if she just wants to get ahead of it or something. But, yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm going with you.
Okay.
All right.
Does anyone else want to come along?
Sure.
Yeah,
Or
Erikson
am I
says...
supposed to am I busy translating this indecipherable code?
Oh, okay. So you're like, you're going to work on it while you're walking around?
I guess so. If they
Okay.
want me to. If they really want to know what's in this document.
That's fine for me, as long as you're okay with being distracted. So it's going to make it easier for something to, say, sneak up on you or whatever. Not that that's going to happen, just it might.
Is this for Rob or all of
Vaguely
us?
ominous.
Just for Rob, because Rob's
Okay.
the one who's working on it.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
like
because
the-
we're already dealing with the Cleric of Calistria, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So you guys, y'all catch up with acting mayor Titus Scarnetti, and he just heard about the boar meat that you all have donated so graciously to the town, and he thanks you for it and says that he's actually on his way there to partake, since he hasn't eaten anything since yesterday.
Oh, that's a problem.
On the way, you all have a discussion. I assume everyone basically tells the truth about what happened as far as they remember it. Mharia tries to make herself look a little bit better in her telling than perhaps would be objectively true, but doesn't hide the fact that it was during her reading that something strange and unfortunate happened.
Mm-hmm. Strange and unfortunate. Left an old woman catatonic.
That's one way to put it.
What doesn't make sense to me, Mharia says, is that I was suspicious from the beginning about her so-called readings. And so I was using a detect magic spell. And I detected an illusion effect. I thought it was supposed to be some kind of illusion for my benefit, but it is possible that someone else attacked her with some kind of phantasm or nightmare, waking nightmare. I don't know.
And this just happened to be during your reading specifically.
Well, yes. I don't always rub people the right way. Perhaps you've noticed.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Rub's a word for that, yeah.
And do you have any idea as to why this would happen during your reading?
I don't have a clue.
Can I sense motive on that?
Sure.
Skills. Sense motive is usually at the bottom. $24.
Wow.
Okay.
That is really good.
I'm here to detect bullshit.
Indeed. You detect no bullshit. She has a strange way of expressing herself and very often says what she thinks directly, but you do get the hunch that Mharia is being genuine with you.
Any past enemies, maybe? I mean, more than probably just like a jilted lover or something.
Well, it's fair to say that I'm not on good terms with my family, but I doubt they would have anything to do with the current situation since they live in another continent.
I've also been meaning to ask you this, Mharia. I've never known a cleric of Callistria to wield fire. What's the story behind that?
Whoever said I was a cleric of Callistria?
Didn't I check their symbol or something? Or like the whatever's on their forehead?
What symbol? And she notices you're motioning to her.
Yeah, I gesture to my own forehead.
Oh,
just to, like...
that. I don't worship any particular god. But I do appreciate fine jewelry when I find it. I didn't actually know that was a holy symbol of Callistria.
See?
I just have one more question.
Whenever I can explain, I will do my best to put it in terms that you can understand.
I'm going to ignore that. During your fortune, you asked, "Can I save him?" or something along those lines. Who's him in that context?
I don't worship a god, but I derive my power from the faith that I will be able to liberate a wrongfully imprisoned entity which suffers constantly. It is difficult to explain in this language, but suffice it to say that I have a personal quest, and it is no burden for me to be a part of this group.
I understand a thing or two about dealing with entities, but wrongfully accused entity could mean, Rovagug. I'm gonna need you to be a bit more specific in terms of who this person is, or at least try to be.
For my safety, your safety, and the safety of everyone in this town that we have come to appreciate so dearly, I shall not utter the name.
Nothing mysterious about that.
It's not mysterious.
But it
Names
is suspicious.
occasionally have power, and I have no other way to refer to my patron.
Would describing them also cause this problem?
I tend to avoid it, since a description can also become associated with his name, and likewise invoke his power. We shall say this once. I seek to liberate he who suffers.
Does that term ring a bell to anybody? Knowledge check! Help!
What was that noise?
No! The knowledge boy's reading his books!
Yep, I'm busy studying a code, so I'm probably only half listening.
Now, the real trick is, did I arrange this conversation for when he was distracted, or is it just a happy coincidence?
Frog boy, use your knowledge, you're a Skald.
You know what? Yes, you do have that bardic knowledge ability. You get one roll.
You can pretty much make knowledge checks untrained. All I can do is knowledge local.
Which knowledge check? Religion?
It's part of your it's part of your class ability, actually. Let me look it up for a second, just so that
Did you see the thing I sent you?
sent to.
And that's just...
No,
Okay,
sorry,
yeah,
out of character.
Oh,
That's...
yeah. I usually don't check my messenger.
No, it wasn't. It was not for you.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Just tomfoolery outside of the game.
Okay. Yes, bardic knowledge. A Skald adds half his class level on all knowledge checks and may make all knowledge skill checks untrained. Oh, okay. So you don't get the free roll on any knowledge. I mean, you could still try.
I'll try.
Yeah, it's just like, do I know anything about that?
Your intelligence bonus plus 1, and then a d20 roll.
Alright.
No!
That was almost a 16 too.
It was.
1d20 plus 1. Ay.
Well, I guess that's just I seek to liberate he who suffers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that's a no clue who that is.
Hold up.
Yeah.
How did I not notice this before? There's a frog alley. I'll be right back.
He got distracted. He just saw the sign walking by, like, ooh. Oh.
Right.
Well, I'm lucky if I don't run into any kind of obstacles while I'm otherwise distracted.
Well, that's all the questions I have. So I put my dagger back in its holster. Well, if anyone has any other questions, well, I'm glad we did this. I was just gonna corner you later and ask these questions.
Yeah,
Well,
if only you had distracted the person with the religion knowledge. Actually make a roll.
I'll tell him later.
Yeah, you can try again. Well, yeah, you can try once. Yeah. So, you arrive there, and they are doling out meat just as quickly as they can. There's a fairly steady line of appreciative, hungry people coming in to partake of your gift. You have a growing positive reputation in Sandpoint that, let's just say, without getting too definite, you can use to your advantage when you might need to.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, what was that?
You have a growing positive reputation that you can use to your advantage when you might want to.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you need something from the armory, maybe you can get a discount. If someone's, you decided to get into a bar brawl and then you got arrested or something, you can perhaps leverage a bit of your influence to reduce your penalties or whatever.
We burn down the tavern and then use it.
Turn an angry mob against one town person we don't like. Become members of the council. There's a vote coming up. I'm gonna need more.
You don't have that much
though.
influence.
Yeah. One day we'll get there.
Yeah. So while you're there and Titus eats hungrily, just after he finishes a rather large and fatty mouthful, he says, "Oh, I nearly forgot. Good news. We finally got a date for the vote. It's going to be tomorrow."
Oh.
Vote for what?
For the town's council is going to decide whether or not I will be the permanent mayor of Sandpoint.
Oh.
I think, even based on my history of work for this town, and especially the last few days, it seems likely that I will be the permanent mayor, but if the council decides to go the other way, well, I just hope they can find someone better.
Who would the
I
other
kinda
candidates
like that
possibly
guy.
be?
Candidates are usually limited to the council themselves, but anyone can be nominated as long as they are a rooted member of the Sandpoint citizenry.
Rooted member. What's a rooted member mean?
It usually means that they are the son or daughter of someone who has lived here. Like, they were usually born here.
In other words, we can't run. Darn it.
Well, no, that would be completely unreasonable.
Plus, let's be real, that'd make us look kind of suspicious. Old Mayor dies as soon
More
as
than
we
a
show
little.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suspicious. I like
Considering that is what happened, you're lucky you have someone like me to vouch for your good intentions. I saw how you helped the town firsthand, even if Aldern's account was somewhat overblown.
By the way, have you seen
Little
Aldern
bit.
lately?
No, I haven't. Should I have?
Well, during the boar hunt, he kind of ran off.
Really?
Ran off like a
I
little
wonder
scared
what
chicken.
could have happened to turn that man into such a sniveling coward.
8 boars.
Yeah, boarphobia.
And
He's killed many, many boar before. Something's not right.
did he tell you that?
If ever I have a moment to myself again, I may go and check on him. There's something not right about that.
I
Oh,
think we could go visit his estate again.
Bropophobia.
do be careful if you go see him. We went to go find him at his residency in the Rusty Dragon Inn, and the door was unlocked, and we went in there. The place was ransacked.
Really?
Yeah, so if you do go see him, it might be best to bring a sword or two.
Ah. Well, yes, there is that. But perhaps a deputy of the Sandpoint Guard could investigate such suspicious circumstances.
I'd be
I like
more
that
than
idea.
happy to.
By all means. And he leaves.
Everyone.
That, so Rob is working on the translation. There, is there anything else you guys wish to do with this day in particular, or are you going to wait and see what tomorrow brings with the secret messages?
You know what? Just to dick around, I guess. I kind of want to give like a performance alongside the feast. I know everyone's probably already eaten, but dinner and a show from the heroes.
Oh,
So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll go ahead and join.
So, generally speaking, people don't really need permission to get up on the stage and go at it. There's it's something of an honor system. People usually just take turns.
mhm.
No one likes a spotlight hog. Amiko must be busy in the kitchen or something because you can't seem to catch sight of her, but the stage is currently empty, so you can go up and do what you want to do. And if you want Phrog or volunteers to help with your musical accompaniment, you are more than welcome.
Sure. Get some song and dance going. Alright, let's see
Wow,
here.
wow.
Perform dance. Huh! 23.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
No!
I am not rolling any for force check because I am busy
11.
studying my papers. I have no use for such frivolity.
There you
You
go.
need threes, dude.
Well, definitely not your best musical performance. We'll say that has something to do with the bloating.
Yeah.
The bloviating
But,
or the bloating?
Maybe not do the throat singing. It kind of doesn't go with the whole vibe of the dance, you see.
Just
Something-
a little bit.
Ah, jeez. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, but people definitely applaud the dance, and unfortunately, there isn't much that they can do in terms of rewarding you as a crowd. However, you
Toss a coin to your witcher. Da, 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 da.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, the cut across my eye has kind of messed up. I haven't gotten used to it yet.
Yeah,
Lead slightly
okay.
go into, my mouth,
Yeah, you see, you were dancing on the left side. That's my eye patch. I didn't get your visual cues.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, wait. Only one perform check actually matters. So, if Phrog, if your perform check was actually
Just a test.
you trying to use the aid another action in order to boost up her
That'd
perform
be
check,
cool.
well, then that would give Zola +2, which brings the 23 up to 25.
Yippee.
Okay. So you, so on Zola's recommendation, you switch the musical accompaniment to something more appropriate. And while you weren't able to see the play, the actress, like the star from Magnamar, actually stops by to see you dance. And she's so impressed that despite the rest of the crowd seeming to have relatively empty pockets, she will reward you with 1d6 gold herself.
Oh, wow.
3.
3.
We'll take it.
Jolly good. Erikson, is troubled by everything that's been going on lately. And well, something's just not sitting right, is it? It seems like there's something horrible going on here, and it's just out of reach.
He's making eyes at Odin.
Yes.
Making eyes at who?
I got two cats making eyes at each other.
Ah,
Uh-oh. There are certainly questions we have. They're being left unanswered, like the old priest's body that got raided. And what was it? There's a shift in power with one of the goblins apparently missing. And they're all united together. There's a storm brewing.
united goblins.
Never a good
There
thing.
will be hell to pay, mark my words.
Lovely.
Mharia smirks but decides not to say anything. Not good to mock a paladin. So, the evening, unless you guys choose to do anything else, the evening passes without much more, without anything like any spectacular events.
Okay.
Eventually, the meat runs out, but or rather, no, the meat doesn't run out. The attendees runs out. There's still extra. So, well, one of the so there was a couple of assistants there. One of them is an elderly halfling woman. Her name is Bethana. The other one is a local Varisian who helps out with the Rusty Dragon sometimes. She bundles up a bunch of the meat and takes it to the cathedral for the people who are, for the acolytes and Father Xantus and anyone else who may be in particular need. Such as anyone who's receiving long-term medical care and wasn't able to come and get some for themselves.
That's nice.
Indeed. Bethana, of course, welcomes you to make yourselves comfortable. She locks the the outer door, preparing for everything to be secured for the evening. You can still go out. You're expected to lock the door after you come back in.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Last one alive, lock the door.
Yeah.
Rob is still working away on it. You do finish one page.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that page seems to be basically just a list of strange components.
Okay.
Make a knowledge arcana check.
Okay. I don't know. That's definitely something probably high for me, so let's take a look. Knowledge arcana.
And Phrog, technically, you can make a check for it as well.
All right. I was thinking.
So that'd be like 1d5 plus 13, or 1d20 plus 13.
Pretty good bonus.
Good lord.
Jesus.
Okay, I think I... Hello.
Okay,
My first
Phrog.
roll of the evening. Go away, Phrog. Shoot.
He got it.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Well, I mean, as
I
much
got a
as you
+1.
possibly could know, yeah. At first glance, these are, to you, definitely components for some kind of powerful necromancy. Analyzing them more carefully, and especially in the amounts they're listed in, you identify that these are most likely a list of components for some sort of very powerful dark ritual, possibly even someone's personal list of ingredients and needs for achieving lichdom.
Oh boy.
Yes, which is
Lichdom.
a very powerful form of undeath reserved for powerful spellcasters. So, yeah, seems very strange that this would have been in Aldern's possession since he's not even a spellcaster.
Very strange indeed.
Yeah.
Well, spellcaster that we know
Maybe.
of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but even then, with
So, with that information in mind, you can probably safely assume that the information contained in the other pages isn't necessarily pressing in a timely manner to the point where you should sacrifice a night of sleep to get to the bottom of it. It can probably wait.
okay.
Unless someone else in the party thinks it's particularly important and they can convince you somehow to work through the night anyway. Would anyone like to try?
How long is he spending on each page?
Approximately 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I think it's okay to like do it over the next few days, though.
Yeah. Mharia concurs.
Well, that's nice of you guys. I appreciate it.
I begrudgingly agree, but yeah.
Mharia notes your begrudgment.
But she knows my begrudgment? What about me? Do I know his begrudgment?
It's not towards you. I had my suspicions of Aldern since I walked into town.
Indeed. You and I both.
Okay.
I'll show you your notes if you show me mine. Or else I'll show you my notes if you show me yours.
That could be taken wildly out of context.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Let's okay, so we're moving on to the morning.
Yep.
I believe so.
Okay.
Quit licking my elbow. My weenus.
I think that one deserves to go in the quotes.
I have a dog
I
licking
say-
my weenus for no particular reason.
Maybe
Just
that
Rob
one
says
is
that,
like-
my eyes shoot up, I look over, and Maria's gone. Wait a minute. I kick open the door. Rob, are you okay?
Kinky. Oh my, oh my, oh my. In the evening, shortly before dawn, there
In the
is a
evening or
knock.
shortly before dawn?
Yeah, sorry, shortly before dawn. There is a knock at your doors.
Thanks, guys. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, whose door is this, or is this just collectively the party?
There's a knock at each of your doors in sequence.
Alright, I'm gonna grab one of my my short swords. I don't know why I keep calling them daggers. My short sword, and I'm just gonna open the door.
Got some size issues, huh?
So, outside your rooms is Bethana, the elderly halfling woman. She appears to be quite distraught and upset, and she asks to speak with you all somewhere private.
Oh, of course, come in. And then, everyone will get in the room.
Mhm. In short, Amiko is missing. Bethana woke not long ago to get things ready for the morning, like for breakfast, and found that Amiko wasn't awake and hadn't started anything yet. So she went looking for her, couldn't find her. She knocked on Amiko's door, Didn't get a response. Against her usually better judgment, Bethana entered Amiko's room with a spare key she had for emergencies, and it was a good thing she did, because she found the bed empty and unslept in. Worse, she found a crumpled piece of parchment near the bed. It contained a note from Amiko's older brother, Zito. Bethana hands the note to you all. It is written in a language called Minkayan, which is from the Tianxia continent. It is effectively Japanese. Amiko had been teaching Bethana the language, and she has helpfully already translated the note. I will give you a copy of the note, but it says, "Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well, and with some free time on your hands, because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with Father. Seems that he might have had something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins. And I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd just weasel his way out of it somehow. You've got some pull here in town, though. Yeah, you've got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times more, and then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts. I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you about in person. Don't be late. Zito."
Belfana, what can you tell us about Zito, if you know anything?
Bethana will hurriedly explain that Zito, as a person, was something of a scandal since he was born. He's half-elf, and she sagely notes with big eyes that neither of Amiko's parents are elves. So it was obvious that Manjuku Kaijitsu, Amiko's father, wasn't this boy's father. His rage at the discovery of his wife's indiscretion was the talk of the town for months. Manjuku's wife, Atsui, never revealed who the father was.
Other than obviously being an elf.
Right, yes. It's a testament to Manjuku's stubbornness that they remained married. Zito was handed over to the RotdHawke Academy to be raised outside of the Kaijitsu family, ignored by his father and forbidden visits from his mother. The RotdHawke Academy is there in town. It's like one part orphanage, one part school. Amiko started visiting him in secret once she learned about his existence when she was about 10, visiting him a few times a month to keep him company, bring him some food, things like that. She promised him someday things would all get sorted out. That never happened. Everything changed a few years ago when they had a terrible argument. Zito hit her hard. Bethana doesn't know what the argument was about, but whatever it was, sent Amiko away from Sandpoint for an entire year, during which time she made a living as an adventurer, so she says. She returned to Sandpoint after that year to attend her mother's funeral. Zito was quite public in his opinions that his father, Lanjiku, had some kind of impact on her death, whether he was directly responsible or not. He didn't get too specific. Wanjiku nearly broke Pseudo's jaw with his cane for his accusations. Pseudo cursed him and left Sandpoint behind. He hasn't been seen since. Amiko has tried to reestablish contact with him ever since then, but until now was never able to track him down. I don't think he's up to any good.
I was gonna say he just shows up expressing concern for the family he hates, and there's a goblin attack that happens when he shows up.
Please go to the glassworks and make sure that she's okay.
You know, I'm up for an adventure. How about the rest of you?
I mean, she
Sure.
did give us free housing.
This is
Amiko
true.
has always been good to me and to the people of this town. We should go.
Don't worry, we'll bring her back.
Oh.
Alrighty. Gonna get a gearing up montage.
Something like that, yeah.
Um,
Let me prepare that handout for you.
Before we head out there, is there anything anyone wants to buy? In case the fight does break out.
Gearing up montage, yeah.
I don't think we have access to any of those things, but that's a good thought.
Give Vulcan time.
Yeah.
He'll make a grenade. He made a tank.
Made a tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a previous
I think I
character.
want like a secondary weapon.
Yeah.
Something small like a dagger.
That is a good idea.
I might also want like an actual ranged weapon. I'll grab like a bow or something.
Excellent idea indeed.
Actually,
I have
what
my
information can
acid-
we gather about the
acid spear.
glassworks? What is it? Unless I missed that.
What's that?
What's the glassworks again?
The Glassworks is a building in town where they make fancy glass stuff.
Yippee!
Just trying to think if like there's like any like items we could use that would be beneficial, like a grappling hook or something. But
That might
might
be
just have
useful.
to-
You never know.
yeah, it's like Featherfall. Like for now, I'll just get like a short bow, whatever those cost.
Any strength
the
modifier?
Nope.
What is your strength score?
10.
10? Okay. As long as
Better
it's
than
not
mine.
negative. Because a negative strength modifier applies to the damage of a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's not better than mine. It's equal to mine.
I think short bows are like 30 gold. Yes.
Oh, well, I
30
got like
gold.
what I got? Got like 109 gold, so
Yeah, it should be fine. It's
purchase
easy
one of
enough
those
to
bad
find.
boys.
A composite short bow is 75 gold.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't
And
need
that
one
would
of those
get you
right
an extra
now.
10 feet of range.
I'll be
Yeah.
fine with the short bow.
Proficiency in nets.
I believe you do. I think you get that automatically from Grippli.
Yeah, I get that from Grippli. I just can't remember if.
And you don't want to forget about your contact poison either.
Yeah.
You can smear some of that on your weapon.
I don't think I got a net, so let me buy a net too.
Yep, that's a good idea. In case you need to capture someone. Ka-chow.
I'm on the ceiling, drop a net down.
Right?
Yeah, my girl.
Exactly.
We'll be the reverse villains. Ah, you think that you've won, Mr. Zito? Activate the trap. Phrog just drops the net on him from right above him.
Oh, you're initiating combat? You just activated my trap card.
We're not so different to you and I, Mr. Zito.
Not sure if we're referring to. What the hell is it?
Austin Powers.
Lost in Power. Yeah, well, the trap card thing is from.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was drawing a blank.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is hilarious. If you've never seen it, you should watch it.
I've seen some of it. I have not finished it.
The early stuff takes time to warm up just because a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
lot of the
Abridged.
references are dated.
Yeah.
It's a shortened dub that's a little different.
How much is a net? I guess I could go through here.
Yeah.
I'll erase you.
You'll win.
20 gold.
He's a short boy.
They are, they don't, like, they're not wasted or, like, get broken after you use them, so it's a reusable weapon.
Yeah,
What's a reusable weapon?
Net.
Oh, okay.
I figured as much. As just
Off the top of your head, do you know what the range is for a short bow?
60 feet.
Okay. There we go.
One.
A creature entangled by a rope, if it tries to cast a spell, has to make a concentration check DC 15 plus the spell level. It is a little bit late to start on the dungeon itself.
I was gonna say
However,
dungeons are
we
like
can-
a session thing.
Yeah, however, we can do the introduction to the dungeon, like getting in the front door, so to speak, because when you get there, unless you guys need to do anything else, do you?
Nothing that
no,
comes to
I got
mind.
sword, the net.
Okay,
Is it
I'm
possible we
hearing...
can,
Oh, go ahead.
is it possible we can afford like a potion of some sort?
Yes, actually, there is a potion shop in town.
Okay. I think it'd be nice for at least to get one for each person.
That's true.
That is an excellent idea. Let me just look up where the pill bug is. Won't take me long.
I know first level potions are about like $50 a pop. Oh,
But I mean, it'd still probably save us a lot of hassle.
yeah.
Building number 16, the pill bug's pantry.
Boy,
Oliver Podiger
because alchemists are
is
well-adjusted
an alchemist.
people.
Yeah. He's
I need a cool eye patch too.
quite the looker, he
Red
is.
engine.
There we are. So we're gonna pile on here. And yeah, 1 second.
Meanwhile, me and Phrog Alley.
You know, Frog Alley isn't too far away from Mill Pond.
What isn't? I have my goal. I'm gonna own Milk One.
You're just gonna live right there, right at the intersection.
I'm gonna own this house right here. Alright? And I'm gonna own
There he is.
I'm gonna own
What
here.
a cute little smile
I'm
he's
gonna
got,
own
eh?
this right
Mm.
here.
A smile only a mother can love.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like
he's He does have a good reputation for making potions. They're considered effective and reliable.
You would think he'd make a potion for his face. No, I'm just kidding.
My potions are too powerful, you adventurer. It would kill a man such as yourself.
I would know.
Something like that, right? He seems surprised, but very happy to see all of you. And immediately as you walk through the door, since it's your first purchase, he's happy to give you each a 20% discount.
Ooh.
So
Well,
normally,
price is like 40%. Woo!
Yeah, it's illegal.
We're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud.
Too late.
Perception check to read the fine print.
Exactly.
Failure. So potions of Cure Light Wounds are usually 50 gold pieces. You can buy them at this particular juncture for 40.
Hey.
I'll buy that for $1.
Or 40 gold pieces specifically.
3 GP. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it all.
Oh, I'm sorry, Link. I don't give credit. Come back when you're a little richer. Alrighty. Potion.
No, I didn't. Shoot.
Cure Light Wounds.
Man, how are you guys looking up these things? Magic items.
Alright. I forgot there was a magic tab. The magic tab. The thing I'll never see.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, unless you decide to branch out, you never know.
I've got like up to like level 15 planned out, buddy.
So you still got 5 levels. You could add 5 levels of Magus.
I don't know about that. I'm already multi-classing. I don't need 3 different classes to manage.
Well, hold up. I want to see what this does.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want us to do that. Never mind. Screw that. Anyway.
What's that, Phrog?
No, some weird thing that my browser has.
All the
Oh,
virus from looking at hentai.
Dang.
I don't look at hentai. I consume hentai.
Entirely fluid information, Dr. Medicine.
Yup. So, yeah, we'll assume that everyone gets a potion then.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, the Paladin
Okay.
also has healing, so... But
Yeah,
it's
but, like-
definitely good for everyone to have some extra.
Yep.
Yeah.
We always have the rope.
Are we all souped up, guys? Hey, who moved me?
I think so.
Yippee!
To the Glassworks, which totally doesn't sound like every murder factory from an 80s action film.
They make glass.
Yeah, and I've
Yep.
seen Punisher Warzone. That man got compacted into a glass crusher.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
I don't think I've seen that. I don't even recognize the name.
Well, it's a Punisher movie, and let's just say after that, the guy that somehow survived that got named Jigsaw.
Ah, fair enough. I do like the Punisher.
Yeah, it's a really good Punisher movie.
What does the Punisher like you?
Wait, what? Right. So you get to the Glassworks. It is something of an awkward, lumpy building, but it is made entirely out of stone. It
Not made of
has,
glass? I feel wrong.
surprise, surprise,
No, right? Jeez.
thick glass windows, all of which are covered from the inside.
What are they covered with?
There's these kind of pseudo-magical devices known as curtains.
No
How are they
way, I thought those were only
pseudo-magical?
legend.
Well, I mean, they block light. It's like pure energy or some shit. Gotta be pseudo-magical to block light.
See,
Yeah,
watch, we're gonna get in there, and it's like an animated cape put on the window. It's gonna strangle us when we get near it.
No, yeah, each window is a mimic. Be careful.
No,
No, no,
Well,
no.
not the pirate mimics again.
Oh, it's easy. I'll just break a window and climb in. Yeah, you try to break the window breaks you.
That's
that could be a
terrifying.
problem.
Yeah. And so there is obviously a front door. You do notice that there is smoke coming from the furnace chimneys. So some kind of work is going on inside, but the doors are locked. There are still people. Well, there isn't anyone out walking around right now because it's too early in the morning. But if you wanted to ask around, like maybe knock on someone's door and ask if anything suspicious was going on, you could do that. Pardon me. Or you could slip around to the back and see if that door happens to be open.
Yeah,
Like climb up the
somebody.
wall and see if there's any windows on top.
Yeah, I
You
think
can absolutely climb up on top, yeah.
Frog and I
Alright,
should
I'll
probably
do it.
survey the area. I'll check the back. He can check the top, and then
Okay.
someone else can ask around for anything suspicious.
Erikson will knock on. Actually, Erikson sniffs the air appreciatively and notices a baker, and he just goes to talk to the baker, who's already awake.
Yeah, I guess we should probably
Surprisingly
emphasize
intelligent
this.
move for Vulcan, eh? But I just
beforehand.
figured it would
we should-
it would work for a dwarf.
We should probably inform Scarnati in case we don't come back.
Maybe.
Like,
Erikson will talk to the baker, just to get that out of the way quickly. When he comes back, he tells you that it's actually not unusual for the place to be locked up tight when they're working on particularly big orders and can't afford to be disturbed. Because
That's
surprise,
unusual.
surprise,
Oh.
occasionally working with glass is very delicate work. So they sometimes literally can't afford distractions.
But is it not unusual to be loved by anyone?
Exactly what I was thinking.
So around back, the door is locked. On top of the building, there are actually skylights, a couple of them. They don't open, but in one particular room, you see something out of a demon's fantasy.
Uh-oh.
Hinky. What is a demon's fantasy?
Just a moment.
Nothing good.
Like
Take it from
wet
experience.
dream or like just fantasy?
Now, are we talking like succubus demon, or are we talking like Quiploth?
Hoping incubuses. Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Where
Hopefully it won't kill me. That's all I know.
is this? Oh, they don't have any prepared splat text for me to say.
Of course. They don't expect the skylight.
Nope.
They don't expect the
Let's
frog
see.
to check the skylight.
When the PCs arrive, this room is a gruesome display of goblin boredom. The bodies of 8 murdered staff members lie in various stages of dismemberment and mutilation. The goblins have been burning the arms and legs of the furniture in the room and of the bodies. They've been pouring melted glass on the remains in an attempt to duplicate what appears to be someone's masterpiece work. Monjuku Kaijitsu, who, if you've ever seen a picture of him, you would recognize, is propped up in a chair, his entire body horribly burned, encased in runny sheets of hardened glass. Burned alive.
Oh no.
There are... one second, let me check.
That was pseudo?
Lonjiku is in there. We don't know who did it. There are 8 goblins in the room currently, just playing and smashing things and mutilating bodies and gnawing on the bodies.
Does the glass look breakable?
Could you just open it?
It looks quite thick. It appears to be like this. It's actually so thick that it's actually a little bit difficult to see through.
Ooh, well, that ain't gonna work.
Like,
Dang it.
it's glass, so you can still break it, but it would be difficult, and they would definitely hear it.
Right.
You can't just like open it, right? It's just like built in.
Yes, correct. It's built in. It does not open.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Damn, I
come
was hoping
down
it's like air vent.
and explain what I just saw, and then also come up with the idea of somehow breaking the glass and maybe throwing some kind of explosives down there, if that's possible.
Mm.
Well, it would be good to have to throw some explosives down there if you had any.
If I did.
Vulcan,
But if I go
or,
back,
Looks at
Erikson
dwarf with gun.
says. Yeah, you
can
could
go
shoot
back,
out the
it's-
the glass. That would probably work, and then drop down into the room. But it might be easier to sneak up on them a different way
Alright.
if
Plus,
you
I don't
wanted to
think-
try sneaking up on them.
Can we look
However,
for different
the
ways?
tactics of that assault will have to wait, since it is just about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Word.
hopefully next time we will have Vulcan join us, and he can be a part of planning out his tactics, even if he's not. So we'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
It's interesting.